Hey, how's it going? It is your muscle building coach, Lee Hayward, with a video Q&A. And this question today came in via email from Jesse. And Jesse is asking about how often should you work your muscle groups? So I'm just going to read his email and answer it for you here on video. So he says, Lee, there always seems to be a debate about muscle training frequency. I've done bro splits throughout my time training since my mid to late teens. I've gotten good results. However, spacing out volume and hitting each muscle group twice a week over 6 days, a push-pull legs, seems to lead to faster gains. Total volume equated, however, doing muscles more days a week, even though it's spaced, leads to faster gains. It seems to keep muscle protein synthesis elevated. Would you agree? What are your thoughts? Thank you, Jesse. All right, Jesse. Good question. Now, I made a video about this not that long ago, well, a year ago or something like that, talking about, should you hit each muscle group once or twice a week? So if you haven't watched that video, I'm going to link to it up in the cards there somewhere, wherever it's to. It's up in the corners. You'll see the little thing pop up across the screen, the card up there. Click on that, watch that video, because bottom line, if you're not consistent with your workouts, it doesn't matter if you're trying to do once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week, 10 times a week, or whatever. Like, if you're not consistent and you're on and off again with your workouts, it really doesn't matter. And that's what I go into detail in that video. So I'm not going to recreate that video here. Go watch it in the cards, or I'll have it linked in the description below as well. So go check that one out if you haven't seen that one already, and then come back and watch this one. But in this video, what I want to discuss is the actual pros and cons, or whatever, however you want to look at it, the advantages of whether you're doing a bro split, a more frequent split, hitting muscle groups twice a week or whatever, 3 times a week. And bottom line, it all works, right? Like, regardless of who you talk to, regardless of what university study was done on a half a dozen freshmen who just started working out, it all works. Like, as long as you place demands on the muscle, you allow adequate stress and then rest and recovery and proper nutrition and all that stuff, you will make progress, right? Guys have gotten ripped and jacked and big and bulked and whatever following a bro split, hitting each muscle group once a week. People have gotten results doing total body workouts, say 3 times a week. People have gotten results doing, push-pull legs twice a week and everything in between. As long as you're consistent, you're going to get results. Now, from a practical point of view, I've kind of erred to the side of doing more frequent muscle group workouts, and I find that it actually works better for me at this stage of my training and at this stage of my life. And I'm going to tell you why I like doing more frequent workouts, more frequent body part workouts, that is. Because where I'm a busy parent now, I've got several businesses that are run. I do this online stuff and coaching online, but in the real world, I own and manage several rental properties. So I have my online business, I have my real world rental property business, plus I'm a father and I've got responsibilities and other things. So my life isn't just eat, sleep, train, repeat, right? Like the whole athlete mantra, right? You hear people talk about it all the time, right? Eat, sleep, train, repeat, right? Yeah, if that's all you got to do, then great, good for you, enjoy it. But for the average person who has a life outside the gym, you might not have time to do that. So doing more frequent body part workouts where there's less volume per muscle group, but more frequency is actually more advantageous, because what happens when life gets busy and you can't make it to the gym on a certain day? Like, let's say you're doing a body part split routine and you're hitting each muscle group once a week, but for whatever reason, you get super busy and you can't make it to the gym for a couple days. Then you just threw your whole schedule off, right? If you have everything lined up with like Monday's chest, Tuesday's back, Wednesday's legs, Thursday's arms, Friday's shoulders, blah, blah, blah. If you miss a couple days, it can throw off the schedule, and then you have these big, large gaps between muscle groups. So, it might be a week and a half or more before you hit the same muscle group again. And that's not optimal training frequency. Whereas if you're doing shorter workouts, but more frequent workouts, hitting the muscle groups more frequently, then you don't run into these big gaps. So even if you miss a day or two, you're still hitting each muscle group once or twice a week. And what I tend to follow now is total body workouts, or maybe I'll prioritize maybe like upper lower body workouts, something along those lines. But I don't go in there with the mindset of today is chest day or back day or arm day or leg day or shoulder day or whatever. I go in there, hey, today I'm going to prioritize upper body. So I'll basically do 1 or 2 exercises for all my major muscle groups of the upper body. Next day it might be lower body, and I'll go in and do 1 or 2 exercises for all the major muscle groups of the lower body. And I like to have that. Sometimes it's a total body. Sometimes I'll go in there and hit 1 exercise for each major muscle groups and hit the entire body, upper and lower. But I like that for a couple reasons. One, I get to hit all the major muscle groups frequently. So even if I get busy and I skip a day or 2 or for whatever reason, I'm not neglecting my body parts. So nothing is going too long without getting some training stimulation. Another thing I like about it is it doesn't lead to that intense delayed onset muscle soreness, DOMS, right? The soreness that you feel after destroying a body part. So like if you go in there and like say that today is chest day and you do a gazillion chest exercises. So you're doing flat bench and incline bench and decline bench and flies and pec decks and cables and blah, 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 and dips, and you do every chest exercise and you just annihilate your chest. The next day it's going to be painfully sore, right? And it could take several days for that soreness to go away. Or maybe it's leg day and you go in there and you're doing squats and leg presses and leg extensions and leg curls and lunges and step ups and blah, 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 and you just destroy your legs. Next day you can't even walk up a flight of stairs, and it hurts when you sit down to the toilet to take a number 2, right? Like that's not fun. I don't like feeling painfully sore the next day after a workout. Like I know some people thrive off it, and they're like, they love to say, oh man, trained legs yesterday. Oh, some sore today, bro. Like I couldn't give a shit about that anymore. Like I don't want to feel sore. I don't like feeling pain, right? Like this whole no pain, no gain. Hey, you can take it and forget it. I don't want it. I don't want pain. Right? I get enough pain as it is. You get pain as you grow older, right? Pain comes naturally. You don't need to go seeking it. So I don't want to create this unnecessary soreness. So when you go in and you do a shorter workout, so let's just say you do a total body workout and you do a little bit for all your major muscle groups, then the next day it's easier to recover and you don't feel painfully sore in any one area. You don't have that delayed onset muscle soreness, and it's easier to recover from. And I also find it better from keeping your joints healthy, because if you go in there and you do a lot of repetitive movement patterns for one muscle group and over again, like chest day and you do 20 plus sets for chest, or leg day and you do 20 plus sets for legs or whatever, like all that repetitive movement in the same muscles, the same joints and everything else, it can create a lot of aches and pains in the joints, tendons, and ligaments. And if you injure or strain those, then that takes even longer to recover from. Right? Muscles tissue itself can recover faster sometimes than the joints, tendons, and ligaments. And this is why as you get older and there's more wear and tear on the joints, very often you need to take more rest between workouts. It's not so much muscles need the time to recover, it's your joints need more time to recover. And this is why a lot of times younger people can get away with like poor exercise form and throwing around heavy weight and all that kind of stuff, and they don't suffer any injuries for a while. I mean, it does catch up eventually, but they can get through this initial phase of where they have youth on their side and their joints are very supple and the tendons and ligaments are strong and healthy, where they can get away with a lot of abuse. But eventually it's going to catch up to you, and as you get into your 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s and beyond, you can't go in there heaving around heavy weight. Like something's going to pop, tear, snap, right? And it's very common. So you have to be more respectful of your body, especially joint and tendon health. And that's why I like to space out the workouts, because I find it's easier to recover from and it doesn't create as much stress and damage on the body. So we want to stimulate, not annihilate. And I'm stealing that line from former Mr. Olympia Lee Haney. That's what he used to say. He had that phrase where you want to stimulate muscle growth, you don't want to annihilate it. Like this whole idea of going in there and just killing it on chest day or killing it on back day and all that. Yeah, it sounds cool and macho and full of piss and vinegar and all that stuff. But from a longevity practical point of view, is it necessary? No, it's overkill, right? It's like taking a rocket launcher to a deer hunt. Like it's just going to blow the thing to smithereens. Like you just need to do enough to get the job done, and then that's it. Right? Stimulate, and then get out of the gym and let the whole rest recovery process happen, and just go through that process and do so more frequently. So stimulate a little bit of muscle growth, let that recover and grow, and then stimulate a bit of muscle growth, let it recover and grow, and then just keep that process going instead of going in there and trying to destroy the muscle and then delaying the process. So I'm a fan of shorter, more frequent workouts for each muscle group now. But with that being said, when I was younger and had all the time in the world to train, I didn't have any responsibilities or family or career or anything like that, I used to love to work out every single day. I loved the gym and I loved working out. And one of the ways that I was able to work out every single day was by focusing on a different muscle group every single day. So back in my early days, in my teenage years and throughout my early 20s, that's what I did. I did the bodybuilding bro split where I, chest day, back day, leg day, shoulders, arms, blah, blah, blah. And it worked. I mean, I still got results from it because I was consistent. I was consistent with the training, consistent with the nutrition, consistent with the healthy lifestyle habits, and I still made it work. But now I find I like the total body or either like upper lower body split and, doing shorter, more frequent workouts for each muscle group and allowing more rest days. For example, like if I do 3 total body workouts per week, then I'm only in the gym 3 days a week, but I've hit all the major muscle groups a little bit 3 times versus if I went in 6 days with the body part split, I've only hit each muscle group once a week, but I destroyed it each time, right? Did a lot of volume. And like I say, you can make it work, but you got to decide what's the best for you at this stage of the game based on your body, your fitness level, your recovery ability, your schedule, all that kind of stuff. Like I know with my schedule, I'm not going to be as consistent with the workouts. Like there's some days I'm not going to be able to make it to the gym for whatever reason. I just know that in advance and I make it work. So that's why I like the more frequent workouts and the total body type training, because even if I miss a day here and there, big deal. I'm going to do a total body workout the next time and I'm still going to hit all my major muscle groups and still be good enough, but good enough consistently. And that's my mantra when it comes to fitness these days, is it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be this all or nothing extreme approach. It just has to be good enough, but good enough consistently over the long term, and you'll still get there. And you'll be able to enjoy the process and enjoy life outside the gym as well. And that's what it's all about. It's about sustainability and having something that you can live with, that you can enjoy, reap the benefits of health and fitness, but not sacrifice your life outside the gym as well. So that's my opinion on this, and I'd be interested to know yours. Let me know what you prefer. Do you like bodybuilding bro splits where each day you hit a different muscle group? Do you like upper lower body? Do you like total body? Do you do push-pull legs? Like, what do you do? Let me know in the comments below your favorite workout routine and we can chat about it down there. And in the meantime, make sure to subscribe to the Total Fitness Bodybuilding YouTube channel because I'll be adding more videos, and I'll talk to you in a future video coming soon. Take care. Over and out.